I imagine a day probably similar to this, a bit breezy and brisk, beautiful clouds in the sky. As the disciples were making their way up the mountain with Jesus, the three of them had gone with him to have a quiet time together. And there, as they got away from the crowds, it was a very moving experience as they saw before their very eyes Jesus being transformed and transfigured. They wanted to stay there in that moment, stay on the mountaintop. But Jesus told them no, that they needed to return. They needed to return to life as they knew it and take that experience and use it so that they themselves could be transformed, that they could be changed by that encounter. As we reflect upon Luke's Gospel, chapter 9, verses 28 through 36, we are reminded of how God works in our life to make changes, to reveal to us those parts of our lives that perhaps we need to change, that need to be transformed. And even as we have that personal relationship with Christ, it is there that we can begin that process of transformation. If you are trying to find that mountaintop experience, that's not the end. It is only the beginning. It is there in that encounter with Christ that then we begin to be changed so that we can be change agents for the world around us. As you go through your life each and every day, make sure that you have those moments of quiet reflection. You may not physically make your way up to a mountaintop. You may not hear that voice come from the clouds. But just as we feel the breeze around us, moving the leaves, the Spirit of God seeks to move through our lives, to change us, to refresh us and renew us. So I invite you to spend time in quiet reflection, reading through the Psalms, reading through the Gospel of Luke, and having those quiet moments that you can connect with God. Have your own mountaintop experience. And then go out into the world to be an agent for change, to be someone making a difference. May God begin that change within you, and may you go forth into the world to bring forth God's love and God's grace and begin changing the world one life at a time. God bless you and guide you.